Okay, so our passion project is called Quarantine.
Hi everyone, my name is Sydney. I joined this academy to learn more about robotics and engineering while trying a more hands-on learning style. For this project, I used the coding methods and design techniques I learned in class to contribute into the final product.
Hi, I'm Kiara, and I joined this academy to learn about different fields and career opportunities. This academy taught me how to problem solve and think critically. During this project, I learned how to create applications using different softwares while expanding my knowledge on different coding platforms.
Our passion project is an app called Quarantine, made to keep people healthy, safe, and informed during this time of social distancing. It will provide information about Canada's guidelines for basic nutrition, physical activities that can help you stay active, updates on current events, teen helplines, news links, and templates for daily planners. We will be providing information on COVID-19 and how to avoid getting sick, an at-home test, and where you can go to get professionally tested. During week 1, we did basic planning and research for our app and created a pitch. We also used a digital reference and created and found information to input into our app.
Moving forward, we were able to have a virtual conversation with Mr. Everett to find out how to make our app more successful, as well as starting to create our basics.
In week 3, we started to have some complications. For example, our server deleted, which forced us to change our priorities and adjust our timeline.
This week, we found that our app was deleted and we were unable to use our software. During this time, we were also catching up on the latest news and current events to put into our app.
We found a new software to build our app, and Kiara and I started and finished building a new app.
So this is our quick app, which is a replica of how we wanted our first app to look like and how we wanted it to function before it deleted.
Some challenges we had were communicating closer to the end of the project and finding a reliable software, and also agreeing on small things like aesthetics.
Our biggest challenge during this project was the entire project deleting. The trial for the platform we were using timed out, so it left us with no other option but to restart. To attempt to retrieve our project, we asked the platform to allow us to use our account until Saturday, but we received no reply due to short notice.
Programming-wise, we learned that you definitely need to do your research before trying a software, as well as watching tutorials and asking for help when you need it, whether that be a group member or your teacher. Another thing I would be making sure is that you know basic coding and where to find the save button. I personally think that the most important thing that I will take away from this project was problem solving. As a group, we overcame large obstacles, but yet still have a final product.
As for information, we learned a lot about the different aspects of health, fitness, and nutrition. We found a link that shows everything you need to know to stay healthy and then backed it up with ways you can apply it to your daily life. We also learned the difference between real and fake news.
The benefits of making learning visible in the course is that it provides us with the ability to observe and document while allowing us to develop our learning strategies and have a better understanding of our work.
Design challenges have their pros and cons. Some things we like about them are that they are hands-on and they provide a visual picture and demonstration. Some dislikes would be that they are time critical and you also have to rely on the supplies.
By taking risks and learning new things, we are able to learn about coding languages that are completely new to us, use different platforms and softwares, and we're able to create different accessories for our app.
The importance of independent learning is a personal opinion, but after talking to my group, we came up with a few examples. Independent learning helps our brain develop creative and intellectual skills, helps us get a sense of time management, allows us to figure out what we are passionate about which gives us an idea of what we could be when going to secondary school. It also shows us what subjects we are weaker in than others, and you become more independent all around.
Collaboration and learning together offers many opportunities, like being able to enhance teamwork and learning and other skills that can be used later in life, like critical thinking, communication, and planning.
We decided to make an app because online software has the most reliable source of business, collaboration, and basic fundamentals. An app helps business and income because it's a simple way to communicate with users, create loyal relationships with sponsors, and collect and sell data with consent. By using an online software to make our app, we were able to collaborate and stay on the same page as we went through our timeline until it came to the end. Building an app provided us with a dependable source and server because it had basic fundamentals that ensure a working app is successful.
We learned that there's over 9,000 coding languages. We also gained the knowledge of different coding methods, different coding languages, new software development programs, nutrition guidelines, health and fitness, different forms of anxiety, facts on COVID-19, current events, and how to work as a team to overcome obstacles, and how to code servers.
Some things that kept us going was that we enjoyed the results of what we were doing. We also created, we enjoyed the results of what we were doing, and we also enjoyed creating this project. As a group, we were able to keep pushing each other to our strongest abilities. We were able to assign parts of the project that fit everyone's passion. For example, I enjoy sports, so I found information on health and fitness.
I believe that our project is a way of making sense of the ever-changing state of affairs around us. We are able to stay informed about current events, news, and health-related nutrition and physical fitness while in quarantine. This app allows us to express that we are passionate about helping others, being active, and being organized. As of portraying our learning experience from this, we're able to show that we're able to use our basic learning from Unity and other activities such as REPL coding to create an app that helps people around the world while addressing healthy lifestyles and happy mindset while staying socially distant.
If we were able to have the opportunity to do this again, we could have spent more time on building the app and determining what problems we could have encountered rather than trying to overcome them as they came at us. We also could have connected as a group better toward the end instead of working independently and telling each other about what we did.
The most important things to share would be the potential of the first app that was created and how it would work if it were to be finished. Another aspect would be how well we worked as a group and how we were able to overthrow obstacles as a team.
Some tips we have for next year's students would be to always focus on their abilities and strong points and to pay close attention to their timing. And you have to make sure you understand the program that you're working in. Always press save. Don't rely on autosave. It doesn't always work. And make sure you submit your work on time.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Excellent. Good job, ladies. Do we have questions for this group?
Sunny here. Very good presentation. Very impressive with your planning. I loved it. My question is, in terms of the application, are you tracking also personal, are you tracking personal preferences of the users of the articles they want, almost like a Pinterest, or I don't know what the 2020 version of that is, but.
No, we weren't able to get that far into the project. It sounds like a really cool feature to add in had we had more time on this project, but we just didn't get that far into even planning, I would say. But that's definitely, if we were to continue this project, something I think we should add in for sure.
There is, people can still customize their daily templates and stuff. So after all the information that we can provide for them, they can do research and figure out how they can do that themselves. But what Kiara said, yeah, we would have definitely done that if we had more time.
Awesome. And did you design the program from a mobile platform first, like from a mobile application focus?
Yes, we started that way, and then that was what the first app was supposed to be. But then we did a online version for our quick app that was that required a server and different coding languages.
Awesome. Again, great present. I love the presentation slides, the screenshots that you had there right away. Like they are actually, I would dare say, even beat some of the presentations that I've seen with some of my business colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if you actually touched on it in the beginning part of your presentation, but what was the demographic of the people that you would be targeted for this particular app, and why did you target that group?
We were targeting teens and young adults, so we kind of we thought we were being smart with the name quarantine. So we just the end teen, we switched it in for TEEN for teens. I think it's our best shot at getting them to use it, getting people to use our app. Most of the information we have is on mental health and staying healthy during this time of crisis. And I think just mostly things that teens and young adults would like to see.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, both of you are moving on to other things in the fall. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So same question as I asked Ethan, looking back and reflecting over the year, what is the one project that stands out to you that, yeah, you got to keep this one in the cycle, and why is that one so important?
Personally, I think the brain trauma one was my favorite and the one that I learned the most from, just by making the sensors and having like a more on your own pace learning and being able to like actually do that with your teammate and just reading a book. And I think our class kind of made it into a race by the end of like who would finish first. But yeah, I think that one was the favorite for me and what I think I'll remember the most.
I agree. I thought the brain trauma assignment was it's my favorite for sure. I also enjoyed anything to do with the design challenges at the beginning. They were really fun. Just it was definitely, I think we did quite a few in the first week, and it was just really eye-opening because we've been in a classroom our whole lives, and that was just a good way to introduce the course, I think, because we really got to understand what the course is about. So those are my top two, I would say.
Okay. And then if you, similar to what we've asked both Matthew and Ethan as well, if there is one piece of advice that you would give a future student into the academy, what would that piece of advice be?
For me, it would be